inside EverBank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And off we go from Jacksonville. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Jaguars, first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
This is caught at the 2. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after that, on extending this drive.
Trying to cash in on this open into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish a touchdown drive.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Titans 0.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Jimmy DK now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing is Ward. That's caught by Van Jefferson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of
17 yards on that play. First down for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first.
On first down, it's Ward. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 kick.
They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now, designed run with Ward.
And these are body blows on any deep there.
On fourth down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Jaguars offense ready now for their second drive. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. And it's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
Parker Washington was the intended receiver.
Second and 10.
And it'll be second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
To number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A 45-yard attempt.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense ready for their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and it's not going to be a lot of gain.
On second down, here's Pollard. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Foye Olukun with the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Ward. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Again, it's Pollard. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs,
that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. In motion, Okonkwo. From the gun, here's Ward. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, Ward. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is brought in. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. 61 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Lawrence. Set up the screen here for 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Travis Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Titans, nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jim DK. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Play fake, now Ward to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Play action, Ward. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Ward. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Brian Thomas now in the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's swung out to Etienne. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
At the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. 18 yards.
Those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. To the right side, hauled in by Miles. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
28-yard line.
Lawrence. He'll go right back to Miles. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Tight end on the move left. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw. Lawrence. He's got it at the 3. And the Jags going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
Another Jaguars first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it here with Etienne. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. To throw is Lawrence. A look to the end zone, and it's working up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. This defense continuing to give up points Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, like it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Foye Olukun with the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And it's going to be third down. Now it's Ward. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. We go play action for Lawrence. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And they'll get about 8 out of Still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. 13 yards on that one. Moves the sticks. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll get forward for a couple. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
Cedric Gray. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Lawrence. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
DK to return. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Draw play. Here comes Pollard. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Wolf. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
19 yards.
They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
Once again, it's ETN. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now ETN, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run it once more with ETN. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
Jaguars.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
Man in motion here is Washington. ETN. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's Ward. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Scene. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
1. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You can just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 7. In motion, Okonkwo. Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. That one caught by Iomanner. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
23 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Titan first down.
23 yards. First down, Titans.
Throwing is Ward. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When we met with him during the week, how did he describe himself to us, Mike? He said, I feel like I'm a student of the game. I feel like that's my advantage over my opponent. And as this game's unfolded, it's pretty clear to see why.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Third and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And that is no good. He missed it. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
At this point, Mike, you have to ask, I mean, what else could go wrong for this group? I mean, they're just trying to get something going, get some points on the board, and even that doesn't work out.
ETN now on 1st and 10. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Titans offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. to Pollard. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's got his man.
They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another.
It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to...
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Ward. That one caught. It's Chimray DK. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw is Ward. This one downfield for Okonkwo. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers.
Complete to Jacoby Myers. It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
2nd and 9. at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion is Myers. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Throwing is Lawrence. He'll go right back to Myers. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pollard, and this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
Foyesade Oluwajen on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. In motion, Okonkwo. Now it's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They give to Pollard on the option. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And it's Josh Hines Allen in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Wolf. the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Josh Hines-Allen gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it just seems like anytime this offense has gotten anything positive going, it's been this pass rush that has immediately shut it down. And this has been a clinic tape on how you rush the passer. And I promise you, they want to finish this thing out here with a shutout.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They snap it to Ward. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown, Titans. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Titans are able to edge a bit closer.
31, Titans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that.
You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. This one caught left side. That's 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
This is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be returnable from his own 15. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Ward. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On 1st and 10, Ward. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Headed left, buying time.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down and 9. From the gun, here's Ward. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to have a Titans first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead sack written all over it. So that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Ward. Rolling right.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Ward. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
That one, take it in. Jim DK. Touchdown, Tennessee. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tack it on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Catch made right side by Iomanno. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In motion, Okonkwo. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Oh, a loose football. The Jaguars have it inside the 40. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Titans 13.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Ward. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
The Titans sending out their punch as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Jags offense back onto the field for their next possession. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get it back on offense for 1st and 10. To start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run here with Tootin. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
3rd down and 3. They put Strange in motion. They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's taken at about the 14, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets up past the 35.
Defense.
Ward going to keep it here on the zone read. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. Now, first down throw for Ward.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but
he's got his man. It's Jefferson. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Again, it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Ward to throw again. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player up.
And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A kneel down here. from Lawrence, and that should wrap things up. So shouts to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.